Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to day 11 of the aim training test. I'd like to start out with a little bit of aim practice on this particular aim level, which you can find on the workshop, Steam Workshop. It has all these different types of practice methods here. You have classic, angles, sliding, which is actually my favorite right there. Reflex training, burst training, which is something I really don't want to work on because I'm working on aim training to help me build aim in its purest form, not necessarily just for CSGO, and intensive fast aiming, which is probably my second favorite because you can just keep going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny. But anyways, let's get started. I'm going to start with like 15 minutes or so of just regular aim training, going down the list, starting from classic, going up. I'm not going to change the size of the targets quite yet. I'm only 10 days in. Some people do this for like 7 years. So I'm going to start with just getting my hand used to flicking to an object, get my hand used to moving smoothly to an object, and understanding the distance I need to flick or the distance I need to move to get to a certain area with my mouse cursor. But anyways, let's get started. Basically, I'll start out with classic aiming and just the basic settings, however it starts out. I'm not doing linear or rotating. I'll start out with the static target duration, just with static and no linear or rotating targets. And then I'll move on to linear, and then I'll move on to rotating, and I'll go from stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and stage 4, so it gets farther and farther away. And one thing I noticed as this is probably where my worst aiming is. Some people may be at the 4 because of this micro movements you have to make, but the large movements with the large flick seems to be where the most over travel happens. So if I start out, I'll normally flick to the outside like that, and I'll have to move back a little bit normally. So I have to like hold my hand from moving too far. Up front with people, it's hard to get a headshot, and so it's something I have to work on. I want to just mention that. At the 4 distance, though, you have quite a bit different movement of the hand. It's a little bit more precise, but you have to move a lot shorter distance. So over travel that much when I do that. Anyway, as a start, doing angled linear, or we'll start doing classic linear. Hit the button. Moving on to number 2. Number 3. That's loaded. Difficult. And number 4. Okay, you pop the thing back to number 1. We're able to click another set of training here. So you can add static, linear, and rotating. So this third one, we're going to add some rotating into this first set here. And we're just going to start out just like we did before. Start with number 1 and start. And number 2. Number 3. And number 4. And that's pretty much it for classic fast aiming. I just wanted to take that just a few minutes there and work on classic fast aiming mode here, just to get a little bit of practice in before you jump into a warm-up server, an FFA CSGO warm-up server, because it's always good to warm up the hands a little bit. It's also good to check out the hands. It's good for carpal tunnel syndrome. Also, I'm not a doctor, but it's true. All right, a lot of people in the warm-up servers are doing side-to-side stepping because they just want to make the shot. They want to confuse the other person and get them to shoot off the target. But what I find is that it's more important to break the timing of the step with your cursor. And so you're actually just flicking to a target and popping it like that. So if the person's moving side to side, so imagine the target's moving side to side, you're trying to break the timing of the step with your shot. So you have to flick to be able to do that. In flicking, the only way to practice flicking is just to move your cursor a set distance. So you can move it slowly and practice with shot to shot, like so, and then maybe speed it up, try to get just smoothness in the cursor. You're trying to flick it all, but then you can flick also. By hitting a flick, see I'm kind of going past it every time I'm moving. I'm not trying to do that. If I was trying to flick to a target, normally what I'd have to do is I have to flick, and that's pretty good, but then I have to pull back down. I have to flick and I have to change my movement. Flick and then change, flick and change. And when people are moving all around and you're trying to flick, you're like going way past your target, and a lot of times what you have to do is you have to see the target as it is and then break the timing. Anyways, that's what I'm noticing as I'm practicing more and more in my aim training.
CSGO server warm-up highlights.
Zowie.